Well, good morning and welcome to the second full day here in Glencoe, or in the Glencoe region in Scotland. We're back out today. The rain has subsided somewhat. It's still very moody and there is a little bit of rain. But we've come over to Loch Tulla, so saying yesterday that we were going to go past this wasn't that great. We decided today we were going to come back and try and make the most of the place, and it is lovely this morning. It's really still. There's lots of low lying cloud. It's just a really lovely morning. Basically spotted this scene because of the light on the mountains. I'm gonna try and get it before the light disappears, and I'll maybe come back to you and talk to you a bit about the composition. So as I was saying, I was going to talk you through this image. So basically what we've got here is we've got a little stand of Scotch pines that are on the right hand side of the image, and then that sweeps round to the mountains at the back and the reflections of the lake or the loch in the sort of, well, on the left hand side. And basically I'm shooting it 150 millimeters because I want to get in, like pull those mountains in a little bit towards me, and it's going to be quite a letterbox image, I think, because there's a lot to get in there, but I think that's going to look really good. So I haven't nicked Dave's spot, Dave's nicked my spot, or even though he was here first, no. This is the classic shot here, I think, of the loch and the trees. So you've got these two really fantastically interesting Scotch pines. You've got the little sort of island out there with the trees. I assume when the water level's higher, the reflections are fantastic, but the water level is where it is. One thing though, or in fact two things that are fantastic, is it's beautifully flat calm again, so you're getting some really nice mirror reflections, and also you've got these little, just this little bit of low-lying cloud that's sort of just hanging around the top of the mountains, and that adds a bit of interest. There's no light to speak of as such, but hopefully the reflections, the clouds, and just the view will carry the photo forward. Right, so that's Loch Tulla done, and now we're on to the, well, if I can get through this bog, we're on to the next location. So we've moved on from Loch Tulla and we've had some breakfast at the Brig Green Welly shop. I think that's what it's called. And now we've moved on to the absolutely unbelievably stunning Rannoch Moor, or a small part of it anyway. Now when we got here, similar to Loch Tulla, the reflections were unbelievable. The wind's picked up a little bit since then. I did get a couple of shots, shot back up by the car park, a panoramic image, I've shot another panoramic image down here by the lakeshore. So I'll pop you those two up now to have a look at, and then I'm going to move on to picking out some of these individual trees on these islands against this beautifully lit background of the mountains. So unfortunately I had a bit of an issue at Rannoch Moor, and I had to leave quite quickly and didn't get round to doing any more photography. So we're now in this little hut, which is quite nice, at the King's House Hotel. We've just recorded an episode of the Pubcast. That's the mountain.
That's the mountain, yeah.
Right.
And Gal, you pronounced the mountain that we're hiking up this afternoon.
Yeah.
What's that mountain called?
That's the Bastard.
The Bastard.
Yeah.
We're hiking the Bastard.
Yeah, because I looked at it and went, I'm not getting up that bastard. I'm glad we're recording this beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite sensible to come to a pub and have a few pints before we make that hike, isn't it?
Always makes it a bit easier getting up the mountain.
And now I'm just sitting here watching everyone else get drunk because I've got to drive them. So we're going to have something to eat, and I think these guys are going to continue to drink, and then we're going to go up the hill, the mountain that's sort of adjacent to the Buckle and the Three Sisters, and I can't even remember what it's called. We're going to go up part way up there because the clouds are forecast to break, and hopefully we should get some really nice evening light. So this is the final evening of the trip. We've all come out of the pub. I'm still sober because I've had to drive. Everyone else is 4 pints down, and we're attempting the north face of the Bastard. I'm not sure what the actual name of it's called. I'll put it below. But what am I thinking here? What am I thinking here? Apologise for the sound, by the way. I haven't put my mic on yet. I'm just a bit too worried about everything, so yeah, I'll keep you updated as we go up it. Let me just show you before we go what we're looking at here.
When I looked at the map, it was going on.
It's that up there. So yeah, all right then, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I'd say we're about halfway up here. It's gained some elevation for sure, but it's at this point it starts to get a bit steep. I don't know if you can see behind me there. So just having a minute. Jamie's taking his fleece off. It's a good excuse for me to stop and wait.
He flew past me like a gazelle a second ago.
I was gone, mate.
He's a hidden trekker.
I'm not. I'm absolutely exhausted now. But listen, we'll go on. We'll go on. It's not that much further to go, really. And see if we can get those views. I'm knackered though. Well, I've reached my limit, I think. Although I went a bit higher, actually. We'll come back down. Jamie's been really kind. He's staying with me.
No, I've reached my limit too. Come on, let's be honest.
The views are stunning even from here. I am so impressed with myself that I've managed to get this much elevation. I never thought I'd do it. Even though I didn't make it all the way up to the shoulder, I'm so impressed with how I've done so. And you, mate.
You should be proud, honestly. Yeah. Seriously, you should be proud. This is just makes the whole climb worthwhile to experience these views.
It does. It's what you do it for, isn't it? Yeah. It's like I've never climbed this high, I don't think, ever, and I feel so fulfilled. I feel proud of myself for doing it.
You should be.
And I also feel so fulfilled because of the amazing views. If I was on mine, I'd probably have a little grizzle, but I'm not. Free, mate. So got to keep up appearances. Right, I guess we better wait for the light and then try and get some shots. Now I'm going to be totally honest with you now. Obviously I want to get a nice shot here. Obviously I want it to look good. But the truth of it is, it's way more that I've made it up here than any shot will ever give me. So the shot's going to be the memory of the achievement that I've made walking up here, to be quite honest. It's I'll be totally honest with you. I got to the car park at the bottom and I thought I might make it past the tree line, and that's the truth. I thought, you know, I'll let the other guys go and I might go back in the trees or whatever. So to get to here, it's not the top, you know, but for me, I'm so chuffed that I've managed to get here. And you know, there's probably a better view to be had at the top, but the view from here is stunning. I think there's a couple of shots from this point as well. I'm really hoping we get some light, but do you know what, even if we don't, it's just stunning, just absolutely stunning here. So what more can I say? If we get any shots, I'll let you see them. Well, it's about an hour to sunset now and the light is very low, very, very low now. So I think I'm certainly going to call it here. I'm not going to get any more shots. But look, as I said before, it's not about the image necessarily, it's about the memory that that image is going to bring. So that's the end of the trip, really. One more night in the tent and then early morning pack up and back home. So hope you've enjoyed this little series of videos, and until next time, thanks for watching.